Welcome to another video of content I have been doing. And before we even start, this is not financial advice, so please do your own research. This is just something I am doing. And today we're going to dive deeper into the DeFi space. So meaning away from exchanges. You may have heard me talking about liquidity pools, and you can of course do trading, but all of those are complex and have certain risks. Well, nothing is without it. This also has risk, what I'm going to talk about now, and we are going to talk about the Dexfi Bonds. So basically they're doing their own yield generation strategies like liquidity pools, also a bit of trading, and you can see this more or less like you can purchase a part of their funds and you can trade it like a fund manager. So first of all, there's a very active Discord, and the fund is actually managed by this Dex CEO, Dexfi.com. He's very active, and you can just basically go in and ask questions, join the Discord and ask some questions. And you can see what they have achieved on the last day. So you can see the current fund value is 1.4 million. They made 13,800 in profits, and in addition they also reinvested 8,500 into the fund pool. If you click on the current fund value, you are going to see basically their, let's call it, bank account, where you can see how much everything is, how much coins they have, what the recent transactions are, as well as the liquidity pools they are in. Not the specific configurations of these pools, because we are not spilling the secret sauce, but you can see at least what pools they're in, with what value, and so forth and so forth. So I've been invested for over half a year, and I started very slow, and I had really basically ordered my first bond at the top of the crypto cycle. So when Bitcoin was, I think, trading around 120k. So we're going to talk about now of expectations, what you could get if you invest here. You can see, first of all, my P&L looks very bad. Why is that? As you can see, currently buying one bond costs you around $52. You can see here how it's calculated. It's basically the fund value minus the profit. The profit is seen here, so we have distributed over 850,000 to people already, and divided by the number of bonds minted. So when I started, my first bond I purchased in August. I bought for a single fund a bond I paid $250. So it's worth a lot less now. And then I started to slowly but surely DCAing. So I'm buying more and more at lower prices. We will be buying some soon as well. And you can see I so far took out $99 in profits. And currently we have an expected APR about 50%. This can fluctuate a lot. It depends on how much they are earning. And this is also depending on how volatile the market is, because a lot of the income is coming from liquidity pools, and liquidity pools provide more income if there's a lot of volume in the market. I've seen it going from over 150% dropping to 27%. This was the lowest I've seen since I've joined, and 49 was the lowest I've seen from the prices as well. So personally, I see that more or less like a dividend stock. I am constantly claiming rewards and basically getting paid dividend, and I actually do not care too much about the actual value of the bond. I mean, I can sell it again, we will cover that later on, but as long as I'm getting paid regularly, I'm not caring too much about it, right? So of course, what are the risks? The risks are that we fuck up. Just to be simple and plain, there is no insurance. If they make a lot of bad decisions or liquidity pools, it's gone. But they have a very good track record so far, and they are quite safe in the capital preservation. But honestly, I would just go in and open the page and observe it for a week or two, or maybe a month, before you even start investing or buy one single bond, not more. So you need to have a little bit of experience in the crypto space, because you need to have a wallet and you need to have Ethereum on the base chain, because everything here is done on the base chain. You can see my wallet's actually already configured, and the easiest way, at least that's how I normally do it, if you want to get Ethereum on the base chain, if you for example buy it on Coinbase, you can directly say, Coinbase, please, when you withdraw, send it to my base wallet address. If this is not working, you need to have something like a cross bridge. For example, you could use a Rubik.exchange where you say, okay, I don't know where you start. Let's say you start on Ethereum. You have Ethereum USDC. So you say basically this is my currency I currently have, and then you want to have it on the base as then you enter in here the amount, and if it's the same address, for example, when you use MetaMask, you can stay the same address. Otherwise, you need to put in here some kind of base address, and then you swap. Swapping always incurs fees because this page also wants to earn money, right? And you have the gas fees. So Rubik.exchange or app.something else, whatever you're trying. So the keywords are basically or bridge exchanges, bridge swap, because you need to have Ethereum on the base chain. If you have Ethereum on the base chain, you have connected your wallet, you should see here your balance. So I am currently basically trying to double my investment roughly. So I'm going, okay, not in the dollar amount, but at least in the bond amount. I am going to buy 13 bonds. So worth of $674. Then you hit mint. You should now see that you are your wallet address. You see you get a message that you want to confirm the mint process. I have not recorded that yet, and I approve. Then you need to pay the gas fees on your wallet. Approve. And now it's minting, and it's done. You can see my claim also disappeared because when I stake anew, the claim basically just disappears as well because it's automatically claimed. I could have claimed it beforehand. So how do you actually make profit? Well, you can go ahead and just claim every day or every week or every month. Currently, I already just claimed. So there is nothing for me here to claim again because this is distributed over time, the earnings. Selling the bonds again. If you're unhappy or whatever you want to do, you can redeem your bonds here. So first you need to unstake them. I will not do that because then they are stopped counting into my total amount of bonds I have that are getting money. And then you can redeem them. Basically, you're selling them back to them for 90% of the current value. So if the bond price is risen again a lot, you could actually also profit from that amount. So let's say you bought like I currently did for 52 and it's now 100. You could sell it again for 90 and you made a net profit of $40 already. And this will be requested within 48 hours. So this is not instantaneously. This will take a while. But nonetheless, you can get out of the position, but not for the price you paid initially, but for the price that it's worth currently. That thing to keep in mind. So if I would go now and would sell it, I would sell it at a huge loss because the price dropped significantly. So now is basically a perfect time to even get started with this. If you want to basically take earnings within the DeFi space without doing too much yourself in the DeFi space. I really like this project. You need to have more knowledge, a little bit more knowledge on crypto itself, how to send, how to swap to certain networks. But I just wanted to show you that this is also a thing. As I said, I started in August and you may think, okay, $99 profit on my net deposit of 2000 does not even is close for that amount of time of an RPR from 50%. That's correct, because in the beginning I had like one bond and then I slowly but surely bought more. I bought more in October, I bought more in November, I bought more in December, in January, and today, with today being the most amount of bonds I bought because it's almost at the low. Of course it can drop further, but as long as I get paid, I can reinvest or I can do whatever I want to do, or I just can let it sit there. So that's it. I just wanted to tell you about the bonds. Join the Discord of them, get in touch with them, talk to them if you're interested, have a look at it. I really like it because it's very clear where the yield is coming from. There's no hidden something. It's everything on the blockchain. Everything is with smart contracts. So there is no holding time apart from the 48 hours from the redeeming process. But if you want to claim, you can claim. You see their profits, you see their compound, you see everything is on chain apart from the specifics of each pool. But this is their strategy configuration. This is something we do not want to share, but you know what transactions are we doing and what pools are we. Of course, not exactly the configuration of those pools, but in general, you can transparently see what we are doing, and we are very fast in answering questions, at least during their time when they are awake. So because like I think a week ago, this was not yet present because I asked if this is some statistic we could add, and this was done within like 2 days. So, and I think distributing almost $1 million in USDC is also a very, very great feat. So let's see where this is going. As always, a recommendation: do not put everything into a single basket. Invest in different projects, invest in different asset classes. So I would not invest everything into crypto at all. I'm not that insane to put everything in one basket. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and see you in the next one.